So here we are back because we ran out of time because I am running a low budget operation and I only get like 30 or 40 minutes free recording. So this is part two. Um, so where I want to go here with you guys is I want you to really speak to the audience, speak to the people that are watching this in our community, you know, what you're about, what you do, how you want them to see you, what you want them to know about you, and the opportunities and the things that are taking place in our community, so that we can become that beacon of hope and revive, you know, these dead places in our community. So, whoever wants to start, but
I
go
can
ahead.
start.
Speak to
Sure.
the community.
All right. So in January, I was able to take a small role with the Live Coalition, which Wayne and I had already been involved in the Live Coalition just in volunteer work.
Yeah,
I was able to step up and take part of the Stop Act grant, which is focusing on educating young people so that we won't be drinking alcohol before 21. And it's not condescending; it's truly educating them.
yeah,
So, like, we're doing a huge push September the 4th. We're going to have this huge blow up brain that the seventh graders, it's coming from Texas. It's costing a chunk, but that's why we have grants. And so the seventh graders, we're hoping from all around the county will come and be able to walk through and we can educate them. This is what happens to your brain when you,
interesting.
yeah. And then we're going to have the mental health fair attached to that. So the mental health fair has been amazing, but we really want to connect it to the schools and really start to bring in the families. And so that's upcoming. Live Coalition is a great opportunity for anyone in the community that is interested in focusing on mental health or helping to decrease the stigma, and then also helping young people understand why vaping is wrong and it's harmful for you, and why drinking alcohol before 21 is not conducive to your health.
Yeah.
And so we want, if you are interested in that at all, I have to put on my readers because I'm 46, but my um, email address is elawson@henrycounty.in.gov. You can reach
Okay,
out.
hold on one second.
Yes.
Say that again, because say say it again so we get
Okay.
it down.
Yes, elawson@henrycounty.in.gov, and they can reach out to me in regards to the Live Coalition if they're interested. It's a great meeting of the minds with people that are focused on everything we've talked about.
Okay, so I heard what you said. So let me ask you, play the other side of the coin. So I'm sitting here watching it. I know nothing about it at all, and so I go, well, Emily, like why do we? I heard what you said,
Yeah,
but why do we have this? And like,
yeah. So I'm gonna
what can I like? Why are you telling me about this? What
yeah,
does that have to do with me?
right. So I'm gonna read the vision statement, and I think it will connect. It's
Okay.
community free from stigma and the generational impact of substance misuse, where every individual feels supported on their journey toward a healthier, brighter future. I just don't know of hardly anybody in Henry County that has not been touched by substance abuse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just don't know.
There is
Um,
a lot.
it's in all of our families, some more than others, but I know my family definitely has been. We've been touched by suicide. These are things that we have dealt with in this county, and we want to be a beacon of light to say that there's hope and there's a better way. And there are things like the Genesis process or whatever it is. Celebrate Recovery. I know Miranda Madison takes a group over
Yeah,
to Greenfield. These are here, and we, if we can all connect, you don't have to do the Genesis process.
yeah,
It was my anchor. It brought me through. But I want you to get healthy. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're struggling with,
yeah,
codependency or anxiety or substance abuse, we just believe that the answers are here. We just have to find them and connect. Does that
yeah,
make sense?
yeah. So if I'm a parent and I'm noticing my teenager they're having some issues.
Yeah.
I'm noticing some things, whatever the case may be. I don't know what to do about it. I'm doing my best, right?
Right.
So this would be something like they could reach
Absolutely.
out to you, and
Yes,
then you could.
we have all kinds of education, and then we have all kinds of ways to meet them where they are.
So I'll just add as well. So we need everybody that listens to really mark September in their mind, because this mental health fair that Emily is alluding to, it's a health department initiative, but it is run through the Live Coalition, and there will be 40 to 60 vendors there with resources, with things that they offer, most of them free of charge for people struggling with these things that she's talked about. And so, you may not, if you're struggling with that, if you know people that are struggling with that, we want you to come and learn about the resources. But if you're not, we want you to help us spread the word about particularly that event. September is a massive month in Henry County. We have the recovery, recovery across Indiana. There's a recovery event that's Rock and Recovery. That event goes on in September,
20th.
and we're actually getting special attention in Henry County this year from a national organization.
Oh, wow.
There's going to be resources there. So again, if you're struggling with substance abuse, come and get help. But if you're not, and you know someone that is, come and learn about those resources that you can offer. You're not going to get slammed with church only initiatives. You're not going to get slammed with 12-step only initiatives. You're going to get everything. September 11th, and I'll piggyback off of just that September timeframe. September 11th, which is very easy to remember, it's a Thursday night this year. Come and learn about what the guest house is doing in our community.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, I'll take over from here just to give you some information about the guest house. I've been involved there for 3 years as a board member. We do a banquet every year, and there's a lot of lack of understanding about what that banquet is. That banquet, first of all, it's free of charge. There's no charge to attend. So you can come. We have a sponsored dinner, so you'll get a free meal, and it's always really good. Shout out to M&M Catering, who always does an incredible job with our food. And we do basically a celebration that evening that shows all that the guest house has done for the year. The guest house houses on average of 25 to 30 men every single month that have been given up on, Clay. They don't have families. They don't have social support. They don't have anywhere to go. They go to the police department to get incarcerated because they have nowhere to go, and the police department brings them to the guest house. We just want you to come and learn about that ministry, and we do take up a free will offering, and we take pledges that fund our ministry for the entire year. And I'm going to tell you this, again, not throwing stones at the church, because I believe in local church giving. I believe in paying your tithes. We believe in the blessing of those things. But I'm telling you, there isn't a better place to put your dollar to see it go into action than the guest house. We make nickels and we turn them into $20 bills. It is amazing. The average, I work with inpatient residential facilities that do recovery programs, and the average cost for a patient on Medicaid or commercial insurance is $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day for
Isn't that crazy?
days. We're billing $30,000 for a 30-day residential stay. The guest house, we can take that same. We have a recovery program and we have other services, and it's for hundreds for 30 days. We can take a $30,000 bill and consolidate that down by giving and by donations and do good work for recovery for hundreds of dollars for those individuals. And so there's not a better place to give a $100 donation, $1,000 donation, to see it directly influence our community than at the guest house. So come and learn about it. We would love for you to respond. Anybody that's listening, you can go to the guest house and find it on Facebook and find information about that. It'll be shared across. We have businesses that participate and that come and support us. But and we need thousands of dollars, but we honestly need hundreds of dollars. We need people to do $100 donation and say, I believe in this initiative. I'll come and eat a barbecue dinner and just pay for my meal that night. And that will go a long way in helping support what's being done in our community.
Absolutely. And the thing about the guest house specifically, again, like you said, it's 14 years now.
Yeah.
Like it's been there.
Viable.
Consistent. It's stayed, right?
Yes.
It's sustainable. And I know some of the people behind it that have put it in that position.
Yes.
You know, I forget if we were on recording or not, but we talked about leadership and things and building trust and you know
So Clay, let me bounce off of that real quick with the
yeah.
guest house, because I want everybody to understand this is not an initiative from one church. It's not the house church pastored by Joe Joplin and supported by Bruce Aaron, who are wonderful, wonderful people in our community that have done so much. The president of our board actually attends a different church. The vice president of our board attends a different church. It's a conglomeration of people with different religious experiences and faith experiences that have come together for this cause and this initiative.
At dinner.
Okay.
I'm so moving.
What's that, Emily?
The night of the dinner is just so moving because room, their heart beats the same way. Like we want to see better.
Yes. It's the whole, again, the human experience, right? It's those needs, the sense of belonging and acceptance and a part of the team, right? A part of the community, not over here while we do this over here.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. I've been thinking this lately. Oh my gosh. So I really feel like where I can see it, you know, I can visualize, I can see where our community can be. And it's not going to be led by pastors. And here's what I mean by that. Pastors are going to shepherd their flocks.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
That's
and
beautiful.
They are going to feed the sheep. So, you know, we know biblical terms, right? But they're going to, you know, the scripture talks about the ministry offices are there to empower the people for the work of ministry. And I really feel like what we're going to see now, absolutely, pastors are going to be a part of it. Churches, local assemblies are going to be a part of it, and hands down, no doubt about it. But it's what's going to come out of them into the community.
And what I feel is every church will be called to do a different thing. I know there are people that we're connected to that there was a call to do a diaper ministry. Then there was a call that they're doing, I guess they're doing teaching newborn parents or something at the same. Like just a call of God to do certain things. And I think it's the shepherds being like, absolutely, do that on a Wednesday night or do that on a Saturday. And that freedom for me, it's been the Genesis process. Just, use the room, do the Genesis process.
Absolutely.
Know talking to. Like that's the hands and feet of Jesus. And that heals the world. I mean, we don't heal the world. He does it through us. That I totally agree that what could it be? Like, can we envision what kingdom could be?
That's kind of the adventure of it all, right? We're literally on this adventure. What can happen here in our little community when we don't care who gets the credit?
Yes.
Well,
you know,
Clay, you mentioned the administration gifts that are given to our churches, right? Some are given apostles, some are given prophets, some are given pastors. But it's all for the furtherance. It's all for the working together of the gospel. And that's really what got my attention and got me involved with the guest house. I'll be very brief with this, but it was an experience that I had there early on, just doing volunteer work. The Lord began to deal with me about those administration gifts. And so I started looking in. And God took me to a scripture in James, and we know it very well. It's James 1:22. It says, "Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." And I'm reading from another screen, just that's why I'm looking over here. But it says this: "For if any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. It's like a man looking at himself in the mirror. And the word says, for he beholdeth himself, he goes his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he is. He looks at himself in the mirror and he says, I'm not going to accept that as the person that I am, right? Goes on to say, and here's the part that really got my attention. It's verse 27. So I'm sitting in the guest house, right? And God came to me and I felt compelled. He said, I want you and your wife, we're going to start giving, I really want you to focus on the widows and the orphans.
Okay.
I was like, okay, like we're going overseas. We're going to Africa. I guess we're starting an orphanage. So I started looking in and literally I felt no connection there. We felt no burden there, no godly burden there. And I'm sitting in the guest house and I offered to do just a devotional with a man there that was really, really struggling. And that devotional went into an area where he talked about trauma. He talked about abuse. He talked about his father that had completely deserted him, Clay, when he was young. He talked about a mother who remarried a guy who abused him. He talked about a mother who got addicted to substances, completely forgot about him. He had kids that he had forgotten about. He had a baby's mama that had mom, like we have this situation where these families are just exponentially traumatized by situations in life. And I taught him the Bible study and I came to the end. We had prayer. We teared up a little bit. And when he walked out of the room, I felt the Lord tell me, that man is an orphan. That man, he has a widow. He's abandoned his children. He is dead to his children. And that's where ministry needs to flow. It isn't going across the country, going across the seas and ministering to those people. Those are noble efforts and those are godly, good efforts. But this man that I sat in front of was connected to people that had given up on him, had forgotten him. And it took me to the last verse of James 1. And it says this, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction and to keep himself unspotted from the world. That blew my mind. And that's why serving even at the guest house, serving in the Genesis process, serving in the Live Coalition.
I would say 85% of Genesis have some sort of trauma connected to parents. And so don't have a dad or mom wasn't the mom. I mean, so yes, there's an orphan spirit and that's got to get healed to progress. And so sometimes God speaks to us in very interesting ways, but he gets his work done.
Yes.
Whether it's at the guest house, in a church house, in government, we're his people. We need to bring his kingdom to earth.
Yeah.
And it does, like, that's the point, right? We don't lift up one area and shun the others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We lift them all. It takes all of us, all the facets, all the influential areas that create a society. And that's like, even I've been involved in government a lot over the years, and there are those that have been not so much like we've taken it to the extreme. So what I mean is, before it's like, oh, the church doesn't need to get into government, right? We don't need that. Let them do what they do, and then let's be the church. Well, that's wrong.
Yeah. Right.
Because we're all a part of
the
government. What governs us? Do we want to be governed by righteous thinking or corruption?
Right.
We know what corruption can do, right?
Yes.
But then also there's now, and has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I feel like I have to say it since I'm on the topic, is now we have this radicalized religious government where we want this theocracy, right?
As humanity, we tend to overcorrect.
We go to the
that's what we do, right? We overcorrect.
But in doing so, Clay, you and I talked about this in private. in doing this, there's never been a greater opportunity for the people of God to rise.
Yeah.
And we have relied on the government to be a Band-Aid. You said that. Those were your words when you and I were privately speaking. The government is no longer able to be the Band-Aid. It's time for the church. And I'm not calling assemblies, I'm calling people.
Yeah.
The church. We're the church. The Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered, I'm there in the midst. That's the words of Jesus Christ. I'm there in the midst when 2 or 3 are gathered. So he creates a congregation. He creates a church when we do what we're doing, when we have communion, we have fellowship, right?
Yeah.
But we don't need a building. We've got to get out of this building mentality that we're going to solve those needs.
Yeah.
Because again, the government funding is being cut. The government is consolidating, and the needs are more prevalent than they've ever been.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too. It's like, okay, and I'm saying this, so they still consider me a part of the pastoral team at church, right? But I've kind of digressed a little bit in my roles at the church as I've gotten more engaged in the community. But you're familiar with that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
called
like,
a call.
Okay,
like what you're looking for is an answer to a call.
Yeah.
We're not degressing, we're just embracing a call.
Embracing. There you go.
Yeah.
And but it's like, okay, church, you want to step up, you want to proclaim the boldness of the love of Christ. Now's your opportunity.
Absolutely.
Step up. Step up, because the system's falling apart.
It is.
I mean, even here, and we got to wrap this up, but even here in the state of Indiana, that honestly, we've had it pretty good as a state for many years. Well, all of a sudden, this legislative session ends, and they're all looking at each other like, holy cow, we have to cut a couple $2 billion.
Well, Clay,
so even in the good old state of Indiana, we're starting to see the crunch.
I want to draw a line. Because the overdose rate has increased. And so literally the number one preventable way to die in 2018 was motor vehicle accident. 2019, it became number 2 to drug overdose. 40,000 people died in 2019 as a result of drug overdoses. And since that time, we're going to cross the threshold of almost 200,000 people dying this year of drug overdose. Now, in 2024, we saw the first year, and I may have my years mixed up, like it may actually have been previous to that. I'm on the spot here, so don't quote me. But last year, we did, as a nation, have the first decline in overdose deaths nationwide, with like the first time in the last 20 years, really, that went down. And so with all these fundings, it's cutting these programs.
Yeah.
It's cutting these things. So this is going to be a demarcation line. We're going to be able to judge from here, did these cuts lead to continued reductions, or are we going to see increases, right? So it's interesting. We have the opportunity to draw a really good line here to see what's going on and what's going to happen. But that doesn't discredit what you were talking about, which is people, the church, the communities rising up to take on these efforts.
Had so many people reach out to me, and it's been amazing and beautiful. Just random people saying they're praying, people telling me I'm choosing Thursdays to fast for Newcastle. That's huge. That's huge. That's not someone telling you have to. That's a call. That's a burden. Saying, like, God has better for us. He has better for our families, for our schools, for our teenagers. There's better.
Yeah.
We have to go after it.
Yeah.
We absolutely have to go after it.
And you can, right? You can feel the call. It's a call up.
Yes.
It's come up. And,
absolutely.
And God is connecting the dots. He is bringing the people together. He is bringing that network together. And, man, I'm excited for the future. I think we have a very viable future ahead of us if we will continue to focus on the right things and have a sacrificial lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Right? Right? Have a sacrificial. There's some luxuries I think we're going to have to get used to doing without.
Absolutely.
And our pleasure or our joy, if it will come from service,
Yeah.
we'll be the most joyful people around.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
Emily and I have done a lot of work with the generation that's coming up, right?
Yeah.
And we want to, they take so much flack. The first thing I'll point out is they are what we made them. This generation that's coming behind us, but we have met some of the most incredible people that are in their 20s. They're going to be taking the baton before too long.
Yeah.
And I have so much hope and so much confidence because they understand exactly what you just alluded to, the sacrifice of giving up those temporal blessings for that self-actualization that we were talking with Maslin, right?
Even my daughter starting that non-for-profit in order to grieve a lost classmate and honor him and also give back to the community. I mean, I just wept. I mean, it was so beautiful. And I want to be the support. You know, I want to say, take it further than we ever have. Go farther than we ever have.
Yeah.
So we have great hope.
That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to get cut off any second now. I love it. I'm so glad we got to do this. And let's just go sit and have coffee sometime, because you started touching on some things I'd really like to talk to you personally about.
Yeah.
So,
and then let's try to get it on the calendar to come back and do this again after September, you know, after these events, and let's kind of debrief and inform the community about what took place.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Take care. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.